for the moment. Okay. So what happened? What happened in the story? What's the story about? Yes. And Huck Finn. Mm-hmm.
And the cat.
And
The cat.
oh, and the cat. What happened with the cat? So you can. And we went to chapters 8, all the way through 8.
Surtout toi, la personne qui me connaît, donc c'est pareil.
You can share.
C'est facial.
So what happened with Huck?
Rapproche-toi.
We can share. So what happened?
C'est ça. Ça, c'est le garçon, c'est le fils. Ça, c'est le fils. C'est les enfants masculins.
Oh my gosh, that's been recording the whole time.
Oui. Non, on a 2 heures.
Okay.
L'histoire? Non, c'est un famille. Histoire et français.
So, who has the question? The question master.
Moi j'ai des questions.
Okay.
Alors, why Huck lived Mrs. Douglas's house?
Okay, so why does Huck leave Mrs. Douglas's house?
Because he helped Mrs. Douglas.
Why does he leave? Why does he go away from Mrs. Douglas's house?
3 weeks later.
3 weeks later, but why?
Because he don't like
Because he's not happy.
Because he was not happy because...
he don't like
School and church.
and go to school. And go to church and school.
Yeah, he doesn't like to wash or go to church or school.
Oui, is Mrs. Douglas.
Who is Mrs. Douglas? A neighbor, someone who lives in the village? Do you know what neighbor is? Neighbor? Yes. Someone from the town, the village. Okay, good question. Number 2.
What did they do in the cave?
What did they do in the cave? They looked for?
Treasure.
They looked for treasure. Okay, good.
Who wants to help Mrs. Douglas?
Who wants to help Mrs. Douglas?
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones and
Huck.
and Huck. Mhm. And Tom. Do you have any follow-up questions for that? Why does he want to help her?
Moi j'avais why Mrs. Douglas is in danger.
Yeah, why is Mrs. Douglas in danger? That's a good question.
Because Indian Joe wants to kill her.
Yes, because Injun Joe wants to kill Mr. Douglas was already dead. He already killed Mr. Douglas, and Mrs. Douglas was in danger too. Okay, good questions. Okay, what about the word detective?
What's the French for sons?
Sons, like fille, like
Fils.
fils. Fils. So it's S-O-N is fils, and S-U-N is the sounds the same. Son and son.
What's the French for noise?
Noise is bruit. Okay, good.
What's the French for cross?
There's 2 meanings of cross. There's cross, traversée, and
Une croix.
une croix.
And what is the French for church?
Chercher. Non?
Church.
L'église.
Church, église. Good. Okay. The predictor. Or actually, we should have the summarizer go first. And I've taken over the director role, sorry.
C'est quoi?
Tu choisis, c'est qui?
You are the director, but I'm doing it. I apologize, I'm sorry. Okay,
You have the job, is your job?
yes.
Oui, je sais, merci.
Oui,
Who
je-
is ready
Is
for,
your job?
for speak? Qui c'est qui est prêt pour parler entre nous deux?
The summarize.
Elle a dit. Oh, bah, Julia.
Tom and Huck find the treasure of Injun Joe. Injun Joe was dead, and Huck lived with Mrs. Douglas's.
Okay, yeah, Huck lives
Lives.
at Mrs. Douglas's. Mhm.
He doesn't like that.
Mhm. Good. And then, how does it end? How does it finish?
Huck run away.
Does he run away? Yeah,
Ah non, comment on dit, il veut bien réessayer.
he wants to try again.
For Emma.
Yes, so he wants to try. So he wants to run away. And who talks to him about?
Tom.
Good. Okay, and
And we listen to the predictor. Huck will go to the school with Tom, and Huck have many adventures with Tom and the boy at school. He going to try to live with Mrs. Douglas for more months, and that's it.
good. Do you think it will work out with Mrs. Douglas?
No. Maybe he maybe he's a very bad boy. Comment on dit, comme
Like or as?
like as Tom.
So you think he will be a bad boy?
Yeah, I think.
He can't change. That's possible. We'll see. Yes? Okay, good job. All right, now turn your papers over and complete the second column of the worksheet. And you may work in groups, or together, or as you like. Big. Okay. So, thank you. Thank you for coming to literature. If I speak like this, does everyone understand? So, the idea of literature circles is to read a book together, but also for you as students to take responsibility for your learning. So there are different roles each of you has. I will start with the director. Dean has experience with this, so she and I are going to share this role today. The director, the job of the director is to lead the discussion and introduce the section of text to be discussed. So the leader needs to keep the discussion going, just like a teacher. The director is the teacher. Okay? And to make sure everyone has a turn reading and that everyone participates. Okay? And then we have the question maker. The question maker writes questions, asks questions as we read. For example, what did you think about? How would you feel if? Or what would you do if? And I also have some question cards to help the question maker. Who would like to be the question maker? Everybody has to do something, so.
Moi, j'ai déjà fait.
Yes, so let's give this job to you. And you might want to get paper. Everyone will have is written paper. So have some paper and a pen. And you can help her. The summarizer gives a recap of what happened. It's your job to give a summary, a recap. Everyone has to do something, so. The connector. It is your job to connect the text to other things. So, for example, you connect the character or a scene from the book to your life or to something that happens every day. For example, we will be reading about Mr. Bean trying something, a new food, remember? And we can say, oh, have you ever tried a new food that you didn't like? So it's a way of connecting the character or a scene to everyday life. You are the connector. And the predictor, what do you think the predictor does? He predicts. He predicts what's going to happen next. So, what may happen next in the story and what may happen to the main characters. Okay. So, we are going to start with the activity, the before you read activities. Would you like to do that? Okay. So we're going to start with some discussion questions about Mr. Bean. Ian, can you ask that question, please?
What do you know about Mr. Bean? Talk about him. The people he used to like.
Is Mr. Bean? Anyone else know anything about Mr. Bean? Why did you choose Mr. Bean? Some of you here chose Mr. Bean the last time. We had a selection of books. Because it's funny? Okay, so we know
you don't cook it before you eat it. Would you like to try it? Why not?
Steak tartare.
Steak tartare is meat, but you don't cook it before you eat it. Would you like to try it? Why not?
Has anyone ever eaten steak tartare?
As everyone still eat steak tartare.
Has anyone ever eaten steak tartare?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yes.
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 Was
It was really good.
And it's meat to
It's raw.
it's meat to no.
Cooked or raw?
I don't remember.
It's raw. It's raw. Okay. There are some words and the detective. Okay, who has the detective role? Actually, I'm going to trade roles. The detective role is a very important role. The detective role seeks out words that people may not know. So I'm going to trade your role with the detective's role. Okay? So you find words that you don't know. So as your role of the detective, there are some vocabulary words there. Can you make sure everyone knows what they mean? Say, what does bread mean?
What does bread mean? Good. What does roll mean?
Roll.
What does coin mean?
Oh, we have to figure out what roll means. Roll is a little bread. A roll is a little bread. A dinner roll. Yes. Next word.
What does it mean, coins?
What does coins mean?
Yes.
Mhm.
What does covers mean?
Cover? What does cover mean? Yes. And couvert, in this case.
What does hide means?
What does hide mean?
Caché. C'est caché.
Cache.
What does managers mean?
Yeah.
What does rooster pot mean?
Yeah.
What does napkin pretend mean?
Or napkin, there should be a space there. What does napkin mean? It's a little nap. It's in serviettes.
What does pretend mean? What does smell